Hello, Simon.
Hello there. Are you well?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very, very well indeed.
Very good, good. So, before we continue, I always ask, how did you end up in Abbew Crew? How
Well,
did you find us? Yeah.
yeah, I was on Facebook and I saw a link, and I dismissed it straight away. Um,
It
but then it kept creeping up. It kept coming back over and over. It kept coming
was
back.
an omen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Signs of things to be, I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
So after a while, I download, I looked at it in more. I listened to your full
Well, saying, yeah, yeah,
explanation.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I listened to all that, and then I got rid of it again. And I think I must have done it about three times. And I thought, do you know what? Let's give it a go. Let's just give it a go and see if it works. And I'm bloody glad I did. Really glad I did. So it's because at first, even
Glad to
when you
hear
were
that.
saying things, I thought that just flies in the face of everything I've been taught.
Listen, now do you think about it, how I felt when I first had to unlearn all that bullshit. Anyway, so how do you feel? I mean,
Well, I've lost just over 2 stone. I did lose 2.5 stone, but over
wow.
Christmas it crept
Yeah,
up a
yeah,
few
yeah,
pounds.
yeah,
But so I'm back on it again now,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
working. It's going back to basics and starting
Good.
again. But yeah, I felt it's not connected, but I've got a shoulder cuff issue.
Yes.
And funny enough, that started about a week after I started the new
How
way
did
of
you miss it?
eating.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And I
yeah.
thought, oh my God, what's this? But it's obviously it's not connected. But yeah,
How
I
is it
mean,
now though? Is it getting better? Is it getting worse?
it feels easier than it did.
Okay.
You know, it's
Okay.
still painful, but it feels easier than it did. And I'm doing
Okay.
little exercises and things. But
But I think a lot of it is inflammation. So around the Christmas time, when I had a bit of crap, my some of my inflammation, my joints and I started hurting again. But as soon as I came back eating properly again, I was okay. So just keep healing yourself. Remember, whatever damage, sometimes things happen. You think, oh, my shoulder's hurting. It's probably been brewing for a very long time.
mm,
But it's
oh
only
yeah,
now,
yeah,
yeah, it's only the last straw, something that's triggered it to cause you pain. So just keep healing yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I used to just before I started. This was back in September,
Yes.
beginning of September, yeah, August, September. And I used to walk up the stairs and my knee. I used to be in the army years ago and did a lot of
Yeah.
parachute jumps, and my knees are quite knackered, to be honest. But the
Yeah.
pain in my knee would, I used to walk up limping but now it's rare I actually feel it.
It's mad, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Now, do you see why I'm screaming and shouting on social media? Is it
Yeah.
because same here? My knees were buggered. Literally, just like I had to be very careful, and even training, I couldn't. Now it's all gone. The pain is just ridiculous. If I eat a bit of crap, I can feel for Christmas time because we all come off everything, and I
Yeah.
felt a little bit of sore. And then as soon as I get back eating properly again, I was okay.
Yeah. Same with me. I mean, I used to have um, really bad bloating before. And that's not there. It's just gone. It's just everything's gone. It's like you say. And then when you actually say, or I read it on the forum about eating so many eggs. Well, I've known for a while that eggs are not a problem. You know,
Yeah,
for years they told us that it was cholesterol
I know, I know.
but so
Bullshit.
I've always liked eggs. But when it says the amount of fat, I'm thinking, oh my God, what this can't be right. You know, and it's but when you actually look at I watched a thing the other night and it was what you shouldn't eat, and it's some experts.
Yeah.
And it said we've taken away all the bad stuff, and they opened the thing, but we've left them these which are
Yeah, I
good.
know.
And it's cereals. I'm thinking, really?
No, thank you. It's Channel 4, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, people said to me, "Well, how are you getting fibre then if you're not having anything?" I said, "Well, I'm eating cabbage, I'm eating cauliflower, I'm eating
Absolutely.
sprouts.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it, you know."
The fiber myth is also another thing. The body needs essential fatty acids and essential amino acids. It doesn't need essential carbohydrates. And fiber, it's a carbohydrate. Our bodies don't break it down. I don't need any
Yeah.
fiber. I eat more fats, and my toileting is just like nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it. But I mean, obviously, I'm not telling everybody not to eat. I'm eating the foods that make me feel the best. My diet's carnivore, where I eat just meat and eggs. That's it. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
even eat chicken anymore, just ribeye steaks every day.
Yeah. Well, if I get chicken now, I get the thighs with the skin on and what have you.
Absolutely. Or even the wings. and chew
Oh,
the
wing, oh, wings. Yeah,
the
I love
wings are the
wings.
best. Chew the
Yeah,
grizzly bit, chew all of it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
How old are you, may I ask?
How old?
Yes,
I'm 60 now.
you're 60, yeah. So
60.
I'm 63, so we are roughly the same age. This is the age that they start piling the medication on us. Let's not be on any medication.
Yeah. Well, the only medication I am on
Yeah.
is for gout. But
Okay.
because I'm eating properly now.
It will be gone very soon. You're not going to need the gout medication at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's the only thing that really fires it up is prawns or shrimps. I can
Don't
eat
have them.
them.
Don't have
I
them. You
don't
don't
eat
have them.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
eat them. So it's but yeah, I started I mean I've always liked butter. I've always liked cream and egg,
And we
that's
are told you can't have too much of it because it's saturated. Nonsense.
yeah. Yeah. Well my wife said to me, "Yeah, but your mum had heart problems and your granddad did." I said, "Yeah, and they ate, my granddad used to have a cooked breakfast before work and that sort of thing. But he also had pies and
I know.
pastries
I
and
know.
sweet things. So
Briefly,
that's
yeah.
the shit that is sort of
But unfortunately, they'll blame meat and eggs for everything else by the people who want to sell us all the other sugary shit. Do you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? And it's
yeah.
very sad. It's very sad that in America they've turned the food pyramid upside down because it's upside down. We're supposed to eat more meat and whatever. And it makes me sad that they managed to convince the whole world. You go to the supermarkets and look at what they're selling you. It's
Mm,
just mind blowing, isn't it? But what can you do?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wanted to buy chicken and I got the chicken. It's all in the plastic, whatever, like you get it over here. I looked at the back of it and it had five other ingredients. I'm like, what? Sorry, eventually I just thought, you go to the butchers and get the chicken from there. And it's
Yeah.
hard to find the butchers out. It's crazy. Americans have got it worse than we have.
Yeah. Well, I was looking through the supermarket and I thought, well, I like ham. I'm going to buy a ham, or ham just so I can think. I,
Look at the ingredients.
I look at the ingredients and everything now. I'm really anal now. I just pick it up and look at and I think, sugar. It's
I know. It's everywhere.
why? It really does frustrate me.
And they put emulsifiers, and we talk about stabilizers, emulsifiers like colorings, and they're not required to say what the colorings is. So when you say natural colorings, it can be shit, it can be spit, it can be phlegm, it can natural coloring. That's it. It can be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
anything they want, but it's just a term that they use, E numbers, and basically just make your own food. If you get the raw the vegetables and meat and then make your own food. That's the best way to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, my wife and I used to do it as well, and with limited success, but Slimming World and what have you.
Oh
And my
yeah.
wife said that they have recipes. It does work, but it don't.
You put the weight back on because they're not basically what it is, it does work, but they are not addressing the reason why you gain the fat in the first place.
Yeah. Well, now when I'm actually looking at something, I think, right, can I eat that? And I'll immediately ask like Chat GPT, does this spike insulin? Does it? And that's in the forefront now about insulin.
Yep.
You think, does it spike insulin? I mean, it might say a moderate amount and I think, okay, leave it alone for now. Just leave it
Yes.
alone. I'll go back to that when
When you're
um,
fat adapted, you can have a little bit of the here and there. But
yeah, yeah,
the way I eat now, I started doing it about 3 years ago, and I'm never going to stop because I feel fucking amazing.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
feel, why am I going to stop? I feel really good. About 4 years ago, my daughter was getting married, and I thought, you know what? I didn't like how I looked. I didn't feel great. I changed my diet completely. And this is what I learned at the beginning of my bodybuilding career, keeping insulin levels down. But unfortunately, the bigger guys came into the magazines. They're telling us when you're young, you're looking up to the bigger guys, and they're telling you 6 meals a day, high carbohydrate. It works. You put the weight, you put the size on, but you're metabolically unhealthy.
yeah,
And that's what happened to me.
yeah,
Every month, a new bodybuilder dies. Professional bodybuilders, they die because they're injecting insulin now. It's
yeah.
mad. I know they're
Really?
injecting. Yes,
Wow,
they're
wow.
injecting insulin. I was doing the same towards the end of my bodybuilding career. We're told I was a new drug. We didn't think about it. 10 years ago, I was injecting insulin. I would inject about 30 IUs after training, and I'll train twice a day. I was getting bigger. I would have killed myself, and that's when then you're metabolically healthy. Your health it's in trouble. But you're big. That's all you focus on.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my wife, she fell down the stairs last week and she's
Oh shit.
shattered all her wrists. She's had plates put into her, so she needs help putting cardigans on and other things. It wasn't pleasant.
As
She
long as you
fell
didn't,
both actually.
as long as he's not, you didn't push it down. That's fine. That's
Well, I did say I'm gonna have to get rid of the grease off the carpet somehow, trying to
yeah.
make
I
sure.
know. I know. But then
And
big about
then
it.
he'll sit there and he'll eat a bowl full of porridge.
I know. I know.
And then
Yeah, isn't it?
pasta, loads of pasta, and what. And I said, "Why are you eating that shit?"
I
Just
know.
I mean, I've been going to work, and for my lunch sometimes, just because it's like lunchtime and
Yeah.
you should have lunch. I know you
Yeah.
shouldn't,
Yeah.
but I'll have two or three boiled eggs, a slab of piece of cheese,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and some like cooked chicken or some
Something that
cooked
will keep your
steak.
insulin levels down. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I said, "That's what you should be eating." Oh, you don't get enough nutrition from
Yeah.
that.
Of course. Yeah. I know.
And I said, yeah, all right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've lost
No,
two and a
well,
half stone, mate. So it's,
he's not telling you. It's what he doesn't realize is that an egg is like a powerhouse with nutrients. It's one of the most nutrient dense things that you can eat. An egg is amazing, but unfortunately,
yeah,
we've been told, oh, it's got cholesterol, it contains this, it contains that, and everybody's like, scared. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I've sort of been, I must admit, when I first did see your explanation and your presentation,
Yeah.
I just thought, oh no, not another one. And I did dismiss that. Well, I said that at the beginning, but it's
Yeah.
like, but I've always been one to question, like when the doctor has said, I went for a cholesterol check several years ago. I haven't been for one since. Maybe I should do now.
That's no bollocks. Don't ever buy into that. If you're eating this way, don't worry about cholesterol,
Well,
really.
he said to me, "Oh, you're over the limit and you need to cut back. We might put you on statins." And I went, "Whoa,
But
hang on a minute. What's the number?"
yeah.
Well, it's 5.6. I went, "Oh my God, so I'm point 0.6 over.
Yeah, I
And
know.
what's the split between HDL and LDL?" And he really got upset with me because
I know.
I
They
thought,
think we're stupid. You're not
yeah,
supposed to know all of that. No, of course
you'll
not.
have to excuse the lights. They're like
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. You're not supposed to know all of that. You're supposed to just go out there, trust them. I'm not anti-doctors. I know I sometimes people say, Eddie, you are. No, I'm not anti-medicine at all. I'm a qualified nurse. I'm anti-bullshit. You know,
yeah,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm,
yeah,
and I'm pro. Let's find out what's causing this problem rather than let's just give it medication and then get rid of it. Body
yeah,
doesn't do anything without a reason.
yeah.
Let's find what the reason is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not eating crap anymore. I'm
No,
eating,
but it's the truth though. Insulin level, when insulin level is controlled, everything starts functioning properly. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I've noticed a big change in the last
Testosterone level goes up. Your what's the word? Growth hormone level goes up,
Yeah,
and that's why you're feeling.
yeah, yeah. So it's although she's incapacitated, so that's out the window at the minute. But yeah, I really and I like talking to the people on the
Community.
yeah, it's
It's
really good.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, you have a and that's what I did at first. I just used to ask in the community,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
well if
But
this is
somebody will always answer you. And the thing is, if you're in the community, if you're here, it means you are engaging the community. Please don't stop. That's how we keep the community going. If you see somebody lost, just show them the way. And then, if you obviously want to ask a question, put it in the Monday post that I put up for the
yeah.
call on Tuesdays. But the community is amazing. There's got some amazing people there, haven't we?
Yeah, there are some really, really good people, and they're really knowledgeable as well. I
Yeah.
mean, I like to think I'm trying to help somebody now. 'Cause, I mean, somebody rung up the day, wrote in the other day and said, "I can't eat any more meat." And I said,
Oh,
"Well, is it a reason why? Is it a texture thing? Is it
yeah.
I said maybe that's a good question to ask on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
You
But
put
but
that
but
in.
it's like it's to me when somebody says that it's like saying I can't breathe any more air. Yeah, because the
Yeah,
truth that's our food. If I can't eat any more water, drink any more water,
yeah, yeah,
that meat is supposed to be our food. Think about it. A wild human being
yeah,
so spring and summer you hunt and fruits were seasonal. They only came out the sugary fruit came out late autumn when the fruit's ripe. That then you're supposed to eat the fruit to make you store sugar, to make you store fat, or either walk to a warmer place
yeah,
or
yeah,
to hide from the or hibernate. When hide, when you don't do anything, it's too cold. That's how the body's designed. Your body hasn't changed. It's our behavior in the supermarkets that have changed our food and giving us shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean a lot of chemical. I try and buy three ranges I can now. With
Yeah, yeah,
go
yeah.
to a local farm shop, get the meat there.
Yes.
I'd still eat a lot of bacon, I must admit, but I try and get it the dry cured stuff, which um, doesn't have all the crap in it that
Yeah, yeah.
does have
But
the.
like if you go to Tesco, sometimes you look at things like bacon, then sometimes you look at it and it's got like sugar in it. Always look at the ingredients.
Yeah,
Always look at the back of stuff because they and it's dextrose, dextrin, maltodextrin, maize starch, cornstarch, tapioca starch. They're all sugar. All of them, they got like nearly 70 something different names for sugar. Just be aware that they're always trying to make you eat sugar. Because
yeah,
that's where you come back. It's tasty.
yeah, yeah. Because when I first started as well, I thought when I looked at the list and it's on the like the shopping list and things on the community,
Yeah.
what you can and can't eat for 90 days, and I thought, Christ Almighty, I'm not going to be able to eat all here. But very quickly, by looking at the comments in the community, I
Yeah.
learned to do a lot of different things. That one
Yeah.
thing, for instance, done several ways, and I actually
Yeah.
posted in there and says, "Well, I make my own mayonnaise, I make my own pesto,
I
I
know.
can do that." So
You
it's
can.
yeah,
Like mayonnaise, but they got it in their book where they got like duck fat, egg yolk, and salt blended together into mayonnaise. And it tastes so good. Nothing. But when
yeah,
you buy the mayonnaise, the Heinz mayonnaise, please read the ingredients. It's got
oh
like
yeah,
it's mad, isn't it?
oh,
They've
it's
gotten
terrible,
away
yeah,
with they just make us food that will last for as long as possible on the shelves.
yeah.
No interest in our health. It doesn't
And
matter how bad it is, yeah.
I love your daughter's Scotch eggs as well,
Oh,
with
that
the
is nice, isn't
crispy
it?
bacon around the edge. That's amazing. I never thought of that, but
Do you know what I mean? It's all about trying to educate people, make people make better choices because we've been fucked over when it comes to food. I talk about this a lot. When I was a student nurse in the 80s, they said 1 in 2 of us would get cancer. Now 1 in 6. Now it's 1 in 2. Why?
yeah,
You walk into the supermarkets and you see why. Nothing else has changed. It's what we've got in our supermarkets, all the shit that we got being
yeah,
sold. And trying to look for real food in the supermarkets, like looking for a needle in a fucking haystack. Just got to
yeah.
run it through like a fucking archaeologist trying to find like decent bacon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we went to the hospital and plastered all over the chemo ward with posters of like no red meats, don't eat red meats.
I know.
But eat plenty of cereal because
I
it.
know.
And I'm thinking now, when I look back, I'm thinking, Jesus
How
Christ,
bad, I know. That's the complete it's almost like they're deliberately trying to kill you, but they don't know any better. They don't know any better. Those are the
no,
guidelines. As a nurse, we have guidelines you got to follow. If somebody comes onto the ward, you know exactly what to do. If they got this, they got that. And that's what it was. They can see the impact I'm having on a lot of people, but they're not interested. Because it's me talking about it, like you said.
yeah. And because I said to my wife, I said, if it was a doctor saying this, they'd jump at it.
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
but what
Yeah.
they don't realize is somebody said it on the community, and I actually checked it out. I thought, is that true? And it's like a few hours of nutritional training in 5 or 6 years of
I
medical
know. About
school.
6,000, something ridiculous like that. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I thought, how can you preach to people when you've had so little, and then you dismiss other things, and you're just parroting and it's
Because there were two medicine could have gone two ways. One way was like, let's find out the root cause. And then
yeah.
the other way was, let's make find out a cure. They should have worked together, but unfortunately, it was more lucrative financially to find a cure rather than let's find out the cause.
I really enjoyed it as well. And it's like people said, well, I mean, at Christmas, I was drinking wine and
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
do, I had
yeah,
a bit of a
yeah,
blowout.
of course.
So I
Yeah.
put a few pounds on. Like I say, I'm back on it, but I don't actually crave anything. I don't miss
I
anything.
know. I know. Same here.
And I thought after the first few days, I thought, I'm not going to be able to do this because I'm not as big, but I was a fat bastard. And I thought, I'm not going to be able to do this. How do I do this without a glass of wine every night? So I have soda water now and I do squeeze lime in it. But other than
Yeah.
that,
It doesn't
and
matter.
that's it. That's
The
my
thing is, the thing is, this is about healing, and I mean, your gut medication. Please just keep healing yourself. Eventually, start evaluating it because it's not, what's caused the gout. what's called the gout. It's usually to do with insulin resistance, so it's poor gut health, so many other factors, not the red meat that they've been talking about for a long time. And then certain things might trigger it. If you think about, if you're saying that prawns and stuff like that might cause it, it could also be that your what they feed, a lot of this food that we buy, especially when they farm fish, they give them shit to eat, so you don't know. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. So like I say, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really glad. I'm going to thank you because
thank you for joining.
I was always struggling. Years ago, when I was in the army, I was quite fit. I never had a six pack. I was never that sort of physique, but I was quite fit. I could run. I could, do everything that I needed to do.
But you'll be doing that again. You wait and see. You'll be doing that again.
Well, yeah, I'm walking further than I did for a long time.
Very good.
And I was sat in a chair the other day, and I bent down and tied my shoelaces, and I said to my wife, "I haven't done that in a long time."
Give your body a chance to heal. This is all healing. Please don't stop, okay?
Yeah, thank you for
You're
everything.
welcome. Honestly. Anything else you want to ask me, sir?
Um, no, not really. I've been racking my brains to think, well, what can I specifically ask you about? But I've been reading everything, and everything just makes sense that,
Everything is in the classroom, and it makes sense once you get into it and you understand it. You think, wow, why did my doctor tell me this years ago? About, yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, my stomach problems have stopped as well. I had
I know.
acid buildup. That's gone, just gone.
It's all to do with something that
I've
you
got
eat.
I've got a bleeding cupboard full of Bisodol in there, and I'm just thinking,
Don't touch them. I know. They are,
exactly.
honestly, well done. Sell them.
I'll sell them on.
Go stand outside the chemist and sell it.
Yeah,
Sell
I'll
them.
sell them on at a cheap rate. Yeah, just stand out there pushing anti-acid ceiling gum.
Listen, take care, yeah?
Yeah, thanks very much for
Bye bye,
everything.
man. Bye bye. Have a good day. Bye
Cheers.
bye.